tutorial. Today we'll be painting watercolor tulips. Sorry as this camera might shake for a second. I just need to get it aligned. Hi, good morning, Sydney. All right, you can find the outline to this tulip painting in the description of this video, as well as 2 reference photos. And before we get started, I am going to go over my supplies with you. So I have cold pressed watercolor paper from Arches. It's taped on my desk here, and the size of my painting is 5 by 7. And for my brushes, I plan on using my silver black velvet brushes. I have a size 8, 4, and 2, and these are all round brushes. And there's a chance that I might also use a few of my Princeton Neptune brushes here. So I might use the size 4 round brush. Hi Sarah and Kizzy. Kizzy is here. Hi. And so the paints I plan on using, I have some yellows and oranges here. So I have Isodoline Yellow Deep from Holbein, Yellow Deep from Senlier, Hansa Yellow Medium from Daniel Smith, and then I have this transparent Pyrrole Orange from Daniel Smith, Opera Rose from Winsor Newton, and then I have Burnt Umber and Serpentine Green both from Daniel Smith, and then I have this gold here from the Metallic Accents, which is this here. And for my tulips, I want them to be kind of like a peachy orange tulip, maybe with a little bit of red too. I guess we'll just see where it goes. Hi Honey Bear. Allison is here from Tennessee. And Margie, hi Margie. And before we get started, I do have some other flower tutorials you might be interested in later on. So I have these watercolor pansies here, and I also just did a very easy beginner friendly flower watercolor tutorial last Friday, so you can find this tutorial as well. Both are linked in the description of this video. All right, let's get started painting. Honey Bear says that they're from the Philippines. Shelly, hi Shelly, she says, good morning, I'm here from Saskatoon, Canada. Nice. Okay, so I did use a light pad to trace my outline on my watercolor paper, and I traced it with these watercolor pencils. These are from Faber-Castell, and I haven't really used watercolor pencils that much, but I thought that I would try this out. I've never really traced my outline with watercolor pencils before, so we'll see how that goes. Beatrice, okay, good to know. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. So this first layer, well, first I think we're going to paint in the flowers, the tulip flowers, and then we'll paint in the green leaves. And so we want the very first layer to be super light, and I'm thinking just a very light yellow. And as we paint these tulips, you can paint them whatever color you want. You don't have to use the same colors as me. Okay, so I'm going to take this Hansa Yellow Medium here from Daniel Smith, and I'm going to add some to my well here with a lot of water. Hi, Laura. And Claudia is here from South Africa. She says it's 5 p.m. there. Who here is going to be following along with me? I would love to know. Okay, yeah, so I just added a lot of water to this yellow. I want it to be as light as I can, and I'm using my size 4 round brush. And I'm going to have my size 8 round brush ready because I like to work with 2 brushes at a time. One that is clean with just water, and then the other one that has paint in it. And this just allows me to blend with my water brush if I need to. Hi Joyce, good morning. Awesome. Shelly says, I'm all traced, taped, and ready to go. Beatrice says, I'll be hanging around for now, but I'm so excited to paint this tomorrow. And Fallon, hi Fallon. And Margie is from India. How cool. Okay, so I'm going to start with this tulip here. I believe this is the first tulip reference photo that is linked in the description of this video. And I'm going to first kind of start down here at the base of the flower. So in the reference photo, you can see that it's very yellow at the base. So that's kind of why I wanted to start there. So I am painting this inner petal first, and then I'm going to take my size 8 round brush with just water in it and kind of blend up. And it's okay if you paint a little bit in the pollen area, because yeah, it's okay if you accidentally do that, because that actually has some yellow in it. Yeah, so I'm just working with my blending brush here, kind of moving this yellow up. Okay. And I didn't paint where the petal kind of overlaps at the top. I'm going to paint that in when this is dry. Sydney says, I will be finally having a relaxing morning today and taking things slow. That sounds perfect. Sounds like the perfect morning. Claudia says, just lurking for this one today, getting ready to draw out butterflies to start on your butterfly challenge. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Yeah, guys, I do have a link in the description of this tutorial to my butterfly challenge. I have 2 free challenges, if you don't know. One's a bird and then one's a butterfly. So if you want to check those out, they are in the description of this tutorial. Okay. So yeah, I'm just kind of blending this yellow up now. And I'm not painting at the very top of the petal where it overlaps. I'm going to paint that in when this dries. I agree. Tulips are really beautiful. They're one of my favorite flowers. I'm using cold press watercolor paper from Arches. Okay, now I'm going to move to this petal here. Okay, I have to kind of figure out. Okay, so it looks like there's like a little petal here, like right here, and then there's another one here. So I'm going to paint the one that's behind both of those first. So as you can see, I apply my paint and then I take my blending brush and I blend it into the rest of the petal. This also, like this technique also helps me use less paint. It helps me kind of paint lightly for the first layer because we always want the first layer to be as light as we can. Okay, I'm now going to move to this petal here. It kind of peeks out right there. And yeah, as I'm painting, I'm really trying to look at my reference photo often. I don't know about you, but flowers are kind of difficult for me. So this is kind of challenging. Okay. And then yeah, there's like a little bit of yellow here. This is part of this petal right here. It just kind of, this one kind of flips a little bit. Okay. All right. Allison says, I'm still working on the birds. Yeah, if you guys don't know, we did a watercolor bird challenge and it ended last week. So that's what Allison was talking about. Beatrice says, I really love your paint palettes. Where did you get it? Is it ceramic? Yeah, it's from Etsy. I feel like someone asked me this before and Sydney answered them because I couldn't remember where like the Etsy shop. And I still don't remember now. Like, so Sydney, if you remember where the ceramic palette is from, feel free to let us know in the chat. But yeah, it's from Etsy, some Etsy shop. All right, now I'm going to paint in the tips or the, like where the petals kind of overlap. I'm going to paint those in. Okay, so the very tips of like where they overlap, they're not like perfectly round, they're jaggy. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to take my blending brush with just water. And before I use my blending brush, I always dip it in my water and then I dab it on my paper towel because you don't want to have a lot of water in it. Okay. Yes, that's it. Sunny, you're right. Lavender Lemon Pottery on Etsy. And then she says, I have a book called The Watercolor Flower Artist Bible, and it's really helpful. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to check that out, Sunny. I'm gonna have to, it's probably on Amazon, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm just kind of going into each of these petals and painting where they overlap. And then I take my blending brush and just kind of fill this in. Okay. Do you guys find flowers hard to paint? Really challenging for you? Hi, Hannah. Hannah says, good morning. I can't wait for spring. I don't know if painting tulips will help or make it worse. She says, I'm still working on my birds too. I know, I can't wait for spring. Spring is my most favorite season. My favorite time of year is when spring arrives and it's like the daffodils start blooming and it's warm in the sun, like you can sit in the sun and not get like too hot. I love that. Okay, this petal here, yeah, I'm just kind of painting the edges of it. This tulip that we're painting right now might actually be the harder one. So it might be a good thing that we're doing, or at least starting with this one. Okay, I'm going to move to this one here. Okay, I might have to get some more of this yellow in my palette. Hi Louie. She says, can't wait to have time. I know, right? Sometimes life can be so busy. Okay, I think I added kind of too much. I'm gonna wipe some of this away with my blending brush. Okay. Good morning, Liz. Hi. Sydney says, I can paint more realistic flowers, but loose watercolor flowers are still hard. Yeah, loose flowers are harder for me because I just feel like every time I try and paint loose flowers, they just turn out to be like blobs. Like blobs of paint, and yeah. Then they don't really end up looking like flowers. All right, one more petal. Okay. So far, I really like that I did the outline in watercolor pencil, because as you can see here, I started doing it with regular pencil and you can kind of see my pencil lines, but then I was like, oh wait, I want to try watercolor pencils, and so I did it over here, and yeah, you can't even tell. Like the watercolor pencil just ends up blending into my paint. Beatrice says, I haven't painted any flowers yet because of school. Claudia says, yes, especially the getting the depth right. Yeah. What is my favorite flower? That's a hard one. Peonies are one of my most favorite flowers. I would say that could be my favorite flower. I have peonies that pop up every June, and it's always like, I just love them. Okay, now I'm going to go into this tulip, and we're going to do the same thing. So I'm like painting the edge, and then I'm going to take my blending brush and just blend this down. And I kind of painted too much. I'm going to kind of wipe some of this away. Okay. Sarah says, I found the bird challenge really challenging. Yeah, it is a challenge. Yeah, I try to find birds that weren't too difficult to paint. But yeah, some of them were quite difficult. I probably could have done better choosing easier birds, but I guess the thing that matters is that you guys found it helpful and that you learned from it. Okay, I'm now going to move to this petal. And yeah, the very tops of the petals are jaggy too. They're not like perfectly round. And this tulip we're painting right now, in the reference photo, it is a different color. I'm just going by the reference like for the shape, not the color of it. Hannah says, flowers and watercolor are a challenge. It's frustrating when you know you could pull out your oils and paint lovely roses and with little effort, but I'm getting better. I know how that is. Yeah. Watercolor is just, you can't, it just seems like you can't make mistakes because it's hard to fix them. I mean, it is possible sometimes, but yeah. Okay, oh, this one, I'm trying to see here. It's kind of hard to tell. I think this is one petal here. So right here is part of it, and then right here. I think. yeah, so I'm going back in with my blending brush and just kind of rendering this paint more and moving it down. Shelly says, I find painting flowers hard. Yours looks so beautiful and mine looks like dog's breakfast. Shelly, don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, now I'm going to move into this petal here. This one is kind of a little bit more smooth. And then I'm taking my blending brush and just kind of smoothing out this paint and moving it around down here. And then there is a petal like right here. And then it looks like this petal that we just painted then kind of like peeks out on the side over here. Then we have a petal right here. So yeah, I applied my paint, then now I'm going in with my blending brush and just kind of moving this paint around and down. And then this is the inner part of this petal right here. Hi Alva, Alva from Texas. Hannah says, I find if I draw the flowers well first before painting, they come out good. But loose painting, nope. Yeah, it's so important, like at least for me, to draw out my painting first, because that always helps me paint way better than just painting on a blank piece of paper. Okay, so we have the first layer on the flowers done. Now it's time to add the second layer. So I'm moving to the first reference photo again because this is from the first reference photo. And the colors that I want are kind of like the colors I see, but I want them to be kind of more peachy, I guess. Maybe. I don't know, we'll see. So now I need to figure out, okay, what colors do I want to mix? I want to mix a color that is not the darkest color I see in the petals yet, but like kind of the second darkest color, which is, it looks like kind of like an orange, a light orange. And I'm going to test something out on my piece of paper here. So we painted with yellow. Okay. And then I was thinking of adding some of this color I mixed here. It's Opera Rose from Winsor Newton, which is kind of like a pink, with this yellow deep from Sun Lié. And it creates like this really pretty orange, like vibrant orange. Okay. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I want. Okay. Liz says, "I'm so glad you're painting tulips." Me too. I've been wanting to paint them for the longest time. Okay, so I'm gonna have two brushes again, one to blend, which is my size 4 round brush. Then I'm going to apply the paint with my size 2 round brush. And I'm going to mix more of this color, but as I said in the beginning of this tutorial, you can mix whatever color you want for your tulips. Here I'm mixing Opera Rose from Winsor & Newton with this like yellow color. It's Yellow Deep from Sunlier. And it just creates like a really pretty vibrant orange. I'm going to mix more of this Opera Rose in here. And then I still want this to be light, so I am adding a lot of water too. Beatrice says, "I've drawn flowers before but never painted some. It looks really fun and challenging." Yeah, it is very challenging. It's challenging for me. Flowers are. Okay, I'm going to start with this petal here because it's the largest one and I feel like it might be the easiest one to start with. And then it looks like there is some, okay. I'm just trying to think what I should do. I think I'm going to first add this kind of right underneath where the petal flips over. And then kind of paint in like around the outer edge of the petal. Okay. I'm going to go in with my blending brush. Just blend this down. And I'm trying to blend in the same direction that I see the petals. Like you can kind of see that there are veins in the petals too, so I'm trying to go in the same direction. Right. And I'm really trying to explain this well as I am concentrating very hard right now. Okay. I'm now going to add some more like right here, but the center here is kind of darker than the other parts of the petal. And then it kind of fades into the yellow. Okay, and then yeah, there's yellow down here, so I kind of just want to be sure that I don't paint where there's yellow down here. And I will add more yellow in the next layer. Okay, and then I'm going to my blending brush. I just cleaned my blending brush and now I'm going back in. And I'm still trying to, work as light as possible too. Oh, that was kind of stressful. Claudia says challenging is good though. It makes the easier birds you try on your own afterwards not feel so difficult. That's true. Beatrice says, in April there are so many dandelions and tulips in my backyard. They are very beautiful flowers. They also might be my favorite since they bloom on my birthday. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to take more of this orange now. And I'm going to move on to this petal here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Going to start right underneath where the petal kind of flips over. Like that. Okay. And then take my blending brush with just water. It just has water. And I'm going to blend this down. And then I'm going to add more. And it looks like the center right here might be a little darker. And then I'm switching to my blending brush. And I'm blending down. Okay. Then I'm going to add more here and paint around this other petal. Okay. And then this other petal kind of peeks out right here. Okay, I'm going to switch to my blending brush. Just kind of fix this area a little bit. How are you guys doing? Is this challenging for you too? Why do I do this to myself? I do these challenging paintings that are challenging for me, and I do them in a live video. Okay, I'm gonna add this peachy color right here underneath this petal now, and blend this down. And yeah, I'm trying to go in the same direction as the petal. Okay, the petal curves, so I am kind of painting with a curve. Rebecca says, do you stretch your paper? I do not. No, I don't. This is just taped to my desk. And then she says that she's from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Cool. Beatrice says, I'm not going to be staying for long. Have a nice day. You too. Thanks for hanging out with us a little bit. Okay, I'm now going to move to this petal here. Okay. And then I'm switching to my blending brush and blending down. And also kind of moving this paint over here, like this. Okay, and then I will add a little bit of this peach orange color right here. Shelly says, I'm wondering what colors of yellow and green you use to trace your tulip. Yeah, I used cadmium orange and earth green yellowish. And these are from the Faber-Castell brand. Yeah, I love, yeah, I love tracing these with watercolor pencils. I will probably be doing that more often now instead of using my graphite transfer paper. Okay, so I'm taking more of this color, and now I am going to paint in the edges of these petals here, and I'm going to start with this one. And then I'm moving to my blending brush and blending this down. And I will now do this one. And then I'm moving to my blending brush. Okay, and now this one. And then trying to blend in the same direction of the petal. And then I'm trying to also leave this area kind of lighter than this part of this petal, just to help them stand out more against each other. Claudia says, my video is not clear. I think my internet connection is not great today. We'll check this out later. And we'll get those, we'll get on those butterflies now. Yeah, sometimes your internet connection can make your video blurry, unfortunately. I will try to move my camera a little closer for you guys. Maybe that will help you see a little bit better. Liz says, off to work. I'll see if you're still on when I get there. Have fun. You too. Yeah, hopefully we'll still be here when you get back on. Okay, I'm going to now paint in this petal. And then I'm moving to my blending brush. Okay. And then one more right here, and then we'll go into these areas. Actually, let's start over here. Shelly says, I love that you are so brave to try something new and share your process with us. It gives me courage to stretch myself too. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, sometimes I have to remind myself that doing these live tutorials and doing something that scares me during a live tutorial. It's not really for me, but it's for you guys. So I have to remember that. And that just helps make it better. Just knowing that it'll help you guys. Okay. And then I'm going into this with my blending brush. I'm blending in the same direction as the petal. And then down. By the way, if you don't know, I have a monthly membership called Nature with Watercolor. And it closes today. It closes at 10 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to check it out and see if it's for you, if it's something you would like, I did link it in the description below. And yeah, I think we surpassed 40 members yesterday. So that's really cool. And I think we have some members here. Shelly is a member. She's here. And Liz is a member. Cindy is a member. She's here. So yeah. Okay. I think that looks fine. Okay, I'm going to now go into this petal here and just, yeah, paint in the very ends. And then smooth this out with my blending brush. And as you can see, some of that yellow still shows through, and we want that. That's kind of why I started with yellow, because we want some of the yellow to show through in areas. Okay. And then, yeah, moving to my blending brush again. Claire, hi Claire. I was wondering where you are. I'm glad you can pop in. I feel like once we get past this layer, it'll be easier here on out, maybe. At least that's what I hope. Do any of you guys grow tulips? I've been wanting to, but don't you have to plant them in the fall for them to come up in the spring? Every time fall comes around, I like either forget to plant them, or I'm like, nah, maybe next year. And then I'm like, oh, where would I even plant them? I don't really know. Sarah says, I would like to grow poppies. Yeah, I've had poppies grown in my garden, like with some wild flower seeds. But just like the wild poppies, like nothing like too crazy. But yeah, I love poppies. They're actually one of my most favorite flowers, and I love painting them too. I paint them a lot, I feel like. I'm just mixing more of this color. So it's Opera Rose from Winsor & Newton, and then this yellow called Yellow Deep from Senlier. And I'm going to go into this other tulip. And basically do the same thing. And then we will go back into this one again with another layer. Okay. So this one, I think I will paint the edges like I did here, and then kind of have it fade into the yellow a little bit. And then in the middle, I will add the orange too. Okay, so I'm switching to my blending brush. I dip it in my jar of water and I dab it on my paper towel, and then I blend this down. And then, yeah, I do want it to kind of blend into yellow, and we'll add more yellow in the next layer. And then I'm going to add some more right here and then in the middle, like that. Okay, then I'm going in with my blending brush. And I'm blending on both sides before my paint dries. I'm trying to work fast. I have like a little fuzz. Oh my gosh. There. Okay. All right, so yeah, now I'm going over the edge of this petal. And then as you can see, it's not super round. The edge of the petals are kind of irregular. So making them that way will make your tulip more realistic looking. And then yeah, I'm going in with my blending brush and just kind of blending this out. Are you guys finding this tutorial helpful so far? All right, I'm now going to go into this petal. Although I think I will first paint in this area right here where one of these petals kind of overlaps this one right here, and it has like a shadow. So I'll paint this in first. And then I'm switching to my blending brush. And I'm only blending this one side. Thanks, Claire. I'm glad you like this tutorial. Okay. And then I'm going to, so that this area right here, this petal is part of this one. So this is just one petal here, except there is one that kind of is in front of it right here. So I'm going to paint in this area first. And then I'm going in with my blending brush. Okay. Then I'll wait for this to dry before I go into this petal here. So next I will go ahead and move. There is a kind of like a shadow right here. And then I'm going in with my blending brush. I'm just blending into this side a little bit. Okay, I kind of did a little too much. All right. I'm going to blend this up like that. And then I will go into, it looks like this outer edge petal is darker maybe in the middle or like underneath. So I'm really trying to paint and not like block my camera because I want you guys to see. It's just kind of hard to do that. So I'm kind of like adding that paint. And then I'm blending with my blending brush. And then try to make it a little lighter right here. And then yeah, it kind of looks like it stops about there. Sarah says, how is your booth going? Thanks for asking. I went, okay, so a few weeks ago I came out with a vlog and my booth space, we moved my booth space and then I added a lot of new art to it. And if this is the first time you're hearing about this, I have a booth space at a local shop. So I moved my space, added new art, and then 2 weeks ago I went back in there and I added some stickers and cards. And it has been slow though. I haven't sold anything, but I feel like many haven't because January is a pretty slow month. So yeah, it's going. It's not like super great or anything. So hopefully sales pick up next month. Okay, I'm going to go into this petal here. And then I'm going to switch to my blending brush. And okay, just kind of blending this color over here. Me too, Shelly. I bought that set, gosh, like in the summer, and I barely used it. It's really sad. Really, really sad. Because I was planning on learning more about watercolor pencils and maybe even doing some tutorials that are just watercolor pencils. But then, like, I tried them out and I don't know. I just preferred watercolor paint, and then I just barely used them. Okay, I'm gonna move this paint down over here. All right, we're almost done with this layer on this tulip. Okay, so there's a petal right here, and it just is like really slim. And then this one kind of goes down this way, like this. And then I'm going to take my blending brush, move this paint down for here. And then, yeah, we have another petal right here, so I'm going to add some orange there and go in with my blending brush. I'm going to leave a little bit of yellow right here unpainted. Just to help these petals stand out more. I don't want them to all just blend together. Okay. Cleaning my brush. We're an hour in already. Insane. I think it is time to take a quick minute break and do the artist spotlight. Who is ready for the artist spotlight? Let me turn my camera around for you guys. Okay. So we do this for every single live tutorial. I do an artist spotlight. And if you want to have a chance to be featured, all you have to do is use the hashtag AllisonLyonArtTutorial on Instagram. When you do one of these tutorials and you post your finished piece, and you'll have a chance to be featured. And today it is Art by Izzy. And so, yeah, I'm just trying to bring up her Instagram here for you guys. Art by, there it is. So she is so talented. Look at that. And she did my tutorial from last Friday, which is the loose, easy watercolor flowers. So yeah, isn't that pretty? So if you wanted to support her on Instagram, I linked her Instagram in the description below. So yeah, isn't she talented? Okay, I don't know if she's here, but anyways, you're so talented, Izzy, that's your name, Izzy. I almost said Lizzie. Okay, let's continue painting. All right, I'm gonna hook up my camera again. Sorry if it shakes. Okay. Ooh, there we go. All right, guys. Now we're going to add another layer to these tulips. So the color I'm thinking of mixing next is kind of like, actually I do want to add more yellow to my tulips. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to take this Hanset Yellow Medium from Daniel Smith with my size 4 round brush. And I'm just gonna put some here on my palette. Okay, and I will have my size 8 round brush ready. Actually, I'll blend with my size 2 round brush. So this will be ready to go. Okay, Claire, thanks for hanging out with us a little while. Okay, so I'm going to add some more yellow here at the base of these petals. So I'm going to kind of paint up like this. I probably won't do too much blending. I'm gonna add some more yellow, like right here. All right. I think I will blend a little bit in this area. And then I'm going to add a little bit more yellow at the top of this petal here. Kind of blend it into that orange a little bit. Okay. And yeah, I'm going to add some more yellow right here. And then I'm kind of blending this up with my size 2 brush. Then yeah, I'm going to add some yellow up here. And then yeah, I am blending. Okay. Blending. Blending. Hi, Sarah. She says, these tulips look beautiful. I love the colors. Thank you. Hi, Heidi. Heidi says, I love the colors you are using. Tulips are my favorite flower, so I've been looking forward to this video. Nice. Yeah. So cool. I can't wait to see everyone's tulips. And yeah, I'm going to add some yellow to this petal. Yeah, we still have maybe 1 or 2 more layers after this. I feel like I'm doing a little bit more layers than I usually do for paintings. Okay. Now I'm going to go into this tulip here. I will add yellow like right here, and then blend. I'm still blending. blend. I love how the yellow blends into that orange color because it just makes it even more beautiful. Okay, I think I'm gonna add some yellow like right here. So yeah, I'm basically just adding yellow wherever I want. I'm not really following like a reference. Okay, now I'm cleaning my brushes. Okay, now it's time for the second layer, and I'm gonna take a really quick bathroom break. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. If anyone is asking where I am, just say that I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Alright, so I'm looking at the reference photos and I'm just trying to figure out what color I want to mix next. And I'm thinking kind of like a darker peachy color. So I will take my size 4 round brush here. First, I'm just going to see, like test out a color. So let me test out this one. This is the transparent pyrrole orange. I just want to test out the color here, see if it's something that I would want, and then maybe mixed with Opera Rose from Winsor & Newton. Okay. Yeah, that's really pretty. I like that. Okay. Thank you, Claire. She says, I can't wait to see the end painting. It looks fabulous. So yeah, I think I will mix this color. I'm just gonna mix it maybe in this well here. So it's the transparent pyrrole orange from Daniel Smith. So I'm adding this. This is like the first time I'm using this color. And when I was testing it out earlier, it's so pretty. I love it. It's like a really pretty orange. Okay, and then I'm going to take this Opera Rose from Winsor & Newton and mix this in. Okay. So, those of you who are following along with me, what color are you painting your tulips? So I'm going to start with this petal here now, and it looks like in the very middle it's dark, and there's like a little bit of yellow too, kind of beside it. So I'm just gonna kind of add some of that, take my size 2 round brush, and now I'm kind of just blending this down, although I want to not paint over this yellow down here because this it is yellow. And then I'm kind of moving this paint over here and over here. I'm trying to now kind of paint in the details of the petals. This is basically the layer where we really start to paint in those details. And I'm gonna kind of wipe some of this away right here. And then when this dries, I will add some more yellow right here. Okay, I painted a little too far down. I'm gonna wipe some of this away. And then I will add some like right underneath there, and then blend down. And I don't want to do too much blending. I don't want these petals to look super smooth. I want that texture that I see in them. Okay, and then I'm going to add some more right here. And then yeah, I'm blending. Okay. I'm trying to kind of paint in those veins that we see in the petals. I'm trying to paint in those details as I blend down. Okay, I will add more to this later on. Now I'm going to add a little bit of this up here at the edge of the top where it overlaps, and then I'm going to kind of make a gradient. So I want the very edge to be the darkest. And then same over here. And then I will add a little bit more like right here. And then let's see, I think I'm going to add now, or maybe I'll work on this petal right here. So it looks pretty dark in this area. So I'm just kind of adding in that paint, switching to my size 2 brush to blend down. Painting around this other petal carefully. And then I'm going to add some of this over here because it kind of like dips. And then I'm using my blending brush and just rendering this area a little bit more. Let's see. Hi, Christine. Thank you. Now I'm gonna add this dark color, dark red, pink color to the edge of this petal and then blend into the yellow. I'm gonna add a little bit more. And then some on this one down here. And then blend. And then there's a petal right here that is kind of hiding. So let's make that petal stand out even more. So I'm going to paint in here. Then I think I kind of, yeah, okay. And then I'm moving to my size 2 brush to blend. Okay, that petal still looks like it's hiding. I'll have to work that area a little bit more later when this is dry. Now I'm going to add some here. Okay, and then the bottom of this one. Then I'm blending up and then add kind of like a curve to go the same direction as the petal. Okay, and then I think this is one petal here. So yeah, just kind of add a little bit more of that color. And then now I'm blending Okay, this one, we'll add some to the outer edge. And then I'm trying to blend in the same direction as this petal. Then down. And then I'm going to now paint underneath where this petal overlaps. I'm going to start over here. And blend in the same direction of the petal. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more right here to really help these two petals kind of stand out against each other because they were kind of like the same color. And then, yeah, there's a little bit of this petal right here. Okay. I probably won't do too much blending there. How's that going, guys? Let me know in the chat how you're doing. If you're not painting with us, what are you working on? What are you up to? I need to mix more of that color, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So again, it was this transparent pyrrole orange from Daniel Smith. And then this Opera Rose from Winsor & Newton. Okay. Next, I am now going to work on this petal more. So I'm first going to kind of paint underneath where this petal kind of flips, or yeah, flips. And then I'm switching to my blending brush. It just has water. And I'm going to blend down in the same direction as the petal. And okay, I think I will add some more, like right here, like that. And then again, I'm using my blending brush. And I'm really trying to create that texture I see in the petal as I blend down. Then I'm going to add a little bit more over here. And then some more right there. And then I'm switching to my blending brush. And then I'm going to add some of this color at the very top of this curved petal. And then switch to my blending brush. I think I'm going to add a little bit more. And then over here, and then I want to add a little bit more in this area. I feel like it could be a little darker. And then now I'm just kind of looking at this tulip, seeing where else I need to add more of this color. It looks like this area could use a little bit more right here. So I'm going to add some right here. And then, yeah, this area needs some work. So I'm gonna add some around this petal here to really help it stand out. And yeah, I'm gonna move to my blending brush. Okay. All right, that looks better. Let's see. I think I will add some dark right here. So it's kind of like this petal overlaps this one here. At least that's kind of what I'm trying to go for. It's hard to tell in the reference what's going on. And then I will add some orange, like right here. And then blend. And then when this dries, I will add some more like right here to really help this area out. In the meantime, I'm gonna add more right here. And more down here. And then I'm blending up. Okay, and then this area is probably dry, so I'm going to add this orange. Right there. Okay. So yeah, I'm basically at the stage of really trying to push those shadows and those values. Although we don't want to go too dark with flowers. But you really just want to try and get those values right. Okay. I do want to kind of add some more right here. And then I think I will paint in the center of this tulip, like the pollen. And then we'll move on to this one. I don't think this one will be as difficult. I think we'll be able to paint it quicker. Kizzy says, I'm back after making dinner and wow, your flower looks already so realistic and beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Okay. Actually, since I have this paint already in my brush, let's just go ahead, move on to this tulip. Okay, and then we'll go back to this one, add the center, add any remaining details we want to add, and then we will paint in the leaves. Okay, so now, yeah, I'm taking this color again, and we're going to, I think I'm first going to kind of paint in the edge here. Okay, move to my blending brush. Blend into that yellow. And we don't want our blending to be too smooth. If it's too smooth, it won't look as realistic. We kind of want texture. And then I'm going to add some up here, and then kind of like in the middle here. And then I'm blending with my blending brush. Okay, and then I'm gonna add this again, but on this side. And I'm gonna leave a little bit of that lighter layer kind of peeking out like that. So I'm not painting perfectly close to the other side. And then blending. Trying to fix this area a little bit. Okay. Then, yeah, I'm gonna add some over here. And blend. Then I'm gonna add, yeah, some more like down here. And I think I'll go back in with some more yellow too in some areas when this layer dries. And then I'm going to paint in this dark area between like two petals. I won't do too much blending with this because it's just kind of like a dark, yeah, that looks fine. And same over here. But I am going to leave a little tiny bit of that lighter color in between this petal and then this shadow. gonna add some, let's see, some of this color. And then on the very edge of this petal, and then blend. And I think I need to add a little bit more of this here. Okay, we're getting there, guys. I'm actually painting these quicker than I thought I would. I thought this would be like a super long tutorial. I mean, it is. It's almost 2 hours in, I guess. I'm gonna move my camera a little closer so you guys can see better. All right, there's like a shadow right here. And then I'm blending. Then I'm going to kind of make a shadow here where this petal overlaps this one. Okay, and then this petal kind of does have like a little area like at the very top where it flips over. So I'm going to kind of paint that in. It's kind of like this. And then blend down. Hi Ashton. Ashton says, joining during my plan time while I eat lunch. Can't wait to watch the replay tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, you're so good, Ashton, at painting flowers. So I can't wait to see yours. I'm gonna add more right here. And then blend. You guys probably are tired of me hearing, I'm gonna do this and then I'm blending. This and then blend. This and then blend. It's just how I paint. Okay. And then yeah, this is probably really dark right here. Because we have two petals kind of overlapping this one here. And Sarah says, tulips are looking beautiful. Thanks, Sarah. Ashton says, thanks, haha. It's actually been quite a while since I painted them last, so we'll see how they turn out. Okay, I need a drink of water. All right. So now I'm looking at this tulip and I'm just trying to figure out, okay, where else should I add this color? And I feel like I could use some, like right here. And then maybe even a little bit up here. Let's see. I think I might paint a little bit at the very edge of this one. So what are your guys' plans this weekend? Who is happy it is Friday? I am. I feel like this week though, it went by super fast compared to other weeks. I don't know what it was, but I just can't believe it's Friday already. It's my mom's 50th birthday this weekend. So we are going to go visit my mom and dad with my sister and her boyfriend. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's what I'm up to this weekend. Okay, now I am going to go into this flower, into this tulip, paint in the center, and then we'll add any final touches to the tulips, and then paint in the leaves. So I'm cleaning my brushes. And I am also trying to think here how I want to mix my colors for the center. So it looks like the pollen has some yellow to it, and then brown. Okay, so I'm going to take my size 2 round brush here. And I have some brown already. This is, I think it's just burnt umber, maybe with some yellow in it. So it's kind of like a warm looking brown. But you know what? There is a little bit of yellow like poking through the brown. So I think first we'll do a layer of yellow for the pollen. So I'm just taking this yellow here. And just filling in basically everywhere that is white on my paper. It's not super precise or anything. Okay, and then yeah, I'll just go ahead and let this dry. In the meantime, I'm gonna take the same yellow. Okay, I do need to add some more to my palette. All right, I'm gonna take the same yellow here. And I might even mix a tiny bit of my Opera Rose Pink from Winsor & Newton into here. Shelly says, I had to step away for a moment. Wow, look at those lovely tulips. Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna take this color. It's kind of like a vibrant orange pink. And I'm just gonna run this over in some areas, especially like over here. Add some more color to them. Okay, yeah, so I'm just kind of adding this color here and there. And then I think I might add some opera rose, maybe just opera rose. And kind of add some of this. Okay, I don't want to go overboard. It's very easy to do that, at least for me. And again, I'm trying not to blend super like perfect. I want texture to my roses. I don't want it to be a super perfect gradient, because that will take away from the realisticness. Did I say roses? Tulips. I meant tulips. Okay. Anyways, Shelly says the delivery man just brought me vintage pastels. Happy dance. Ooh, that is so exciting. I love that pan set. You're going to love it. What are you going to paint with it first? Okay, so now, since this is dry, now I'm going to paint in the pollen. I can still kind of see my outline, but just barely. I'm kind of just going off of the reference photo. So I painted like the very top of the pollen of this one here. Now I'm kind of just blending it down like so. And then there's one like right here. I'm blending it down. I'm not going to really do too much detail, I guess. And then there's like a weird center pollen thingy. I might just leave that out. Okay, and then there's like one right here. And then I'm blending this down, letting it kind of fade. And there's like one here. As you can see, I mean, they're just not very super detailed, at least for now. When this dries, I might add some detail to them. And then I'm gonna wait a minute for this to dry. So, just waiting. Christine, have you tried that pan set, Christine? The vintage pastels. All right, so I'm gonna add a little pollen here, and then blend down, let it fade. And yeah, like a tiny little one here. Okay. I might add another one, maybe like right here. Then blend down. All right, I'll let that dry. Hi, Des. How are you doing? Shelly says, I'll start with one of your tutorials. You use them a lot, and I finally caved. I also have decadent pies on the way. Ooh, you're going to love that one even more. That one is like probably my favorite pan set from Art Philosophy, the decadent pies. I'm just giggling at your comment, Christine. Des says, just popping in for a minute. Those are beautiful. Thank you. Shelly says, Shimmering Lights is calling my name. Oh my gosh, I haven't tried that one. I want to. I want to try that one. Oh, I'm sorry, Des. She says that she has a headache. I'm sorry. That sucks. Okay, now let's move on to the leaves. So let's do that. And then based on my energy level and how much time we've spent on this tutorial, maybe we'll add more detail to the tulips. Maybe, it just depends. We've been live now for 2 hours. Okay, so now for the green, I like to use serpentine green. This is like my favorite green. So I'm going to use this. And I got my gold out here. This is from the Metallic Accents pan set from Art Philosophy, which is this. I was thinking maybe of adding this to my green, but I don't know. I'm just gonna leave that out for now. So I kind of want 2 shades of green. I want a warmer shade mixed with a little bit of yellow, and then just serpentine green straight from the pan. So I'm gonna take some serpentine green here, and then this area will be my warmer green. So I'm just adding this green to my palette with water, and then I'm going to mix, let's see, what do I want to mix in here? Some of this yellow, I think. So yeah, as you can see, it's like a warmer green, okay? And then I'm going to maybe put the other green like right here. But first, I'm just gonna kind of wipe some of this out. This is green with like Payne's gray in it, I think. I'm just gonna wipe some of that out. Okay. So now I'm gonna take serpentine green, add it to this well, and I'm just gonna use this color. I'm not gonna mix anything in it. Okay, so first we will use the, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I will wet the entire area of the leaf with the warmer green, and then I'll drop in some of the serpentine green. Okay, so I'm gonna be working with 2 different brushes. So this size 8 round brush, I will use my serpentine green, and then this size 4 round brush, I will use my warmer green. So I'm just taking this warmer green here. Yeah, I kind of do want it to be light. I don't want too much paint. So I'm mixing a little bit more water in it. I'm going to start with this top leaf right here. Okay, so I'm just kind of painting this in. Okay, I'm really trying to work fast. If my paint ends up drying, I'll just blend wet on dry. Or wait, dry on dry. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to like lose my mind after going live for so long. I'll blend wet on dry. There we go. Okay. And then yeah, this leaf kind of peeks out in between these petals. So I'm like using the very tip of my brush now. Okay. Before it dries, I'm gonna hurry up and drop in this other green. Oh wait, it's drying already. Oh. All right, I'm gonna have to just blend wet on dry. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna do this on every leaf area. Okay. Should probably move my camera for you so you can see. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Bye, Des. Have fun. Feel better. Let's see. Okay. And I liked my, I want my leaves to be kind of floppy. Okay, I don't want them to be too, like, perfect. Okay, and then this one kind of like, all right, let me just paint all of this. I'll fix this later. This one kind of like overlaps a little bit. And then, yeah, I'm gonna let it kind of blend into the paper down here. All right, I need to kind of mix more of this green. So again, it's Serpentine Green from Daniel Smith. I added some water, and then I'm going to be sure that I clean my brush very well because I don't really want a lot of green in my yellow. And then, yeah, I'm adding some of this yellow. All right, this one has, okay, too much yellow. I'm gonna add some more green. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm gonna let this kind of fade out down here. Yeah, this this leaf is a little bit more yellow than the other ones. I'm gonna add some more green to this and more water. Okay, now I'm going to paint in the stem, like right here, I think. It's kind of hard to see. Where's my outline? Okay. And I'm gonna leave a little bit of white in between this leaf and the stem. So as you can see, there's like a little bit of white. You don't have to do that. I just like to do that sometimes. Now I'm going to paint in the stem. I have a lot of paint right there. I need to soak some of that up. I'm going to take this brush here. Just kind of dab. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm going to leave a little bit of white in between the stem and the flower right here. And then the stem kind of starts to peek out like right here. And then there is, this leaf continues on right here, and then we have another leaf here. I'm going to go ahead and paint in this one. And I'm leaving a little bit of white in between these. Or at least I was trying to. And then I'm going to kind of fade this out. Okay, and then this leaf back here, I might just paint it with just serpentine green with no yellow, because it will be darker. At least that's kind of how I like to, that's how I want to paint my leaf. I want to make it darker back here. You can also make it lighter if you want than the other leaves. And I'm leaving a little bit of white in between everything. Okay, I was trying to. Okay, and yeah. I'm kind of lost right now. Oh my gosh, I did this wrong. I did this wrong. Okay, hold on. I painted my leaves wrong. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's, let me just finish this area. The stem continues. It's supposed to continue like this down, and I did not do that. So I think I will have this leaf kind of extend right here. Okay, at least you guys get to see me like fix mistakes, right? So now I'm going to take serpentine green just from the pan, mixed with some water. All right, and then I'm going to take my size 8 round brush with just water and kind of just blend this into the leaf. Basically, yeah, there's like a lot going on right here. There's like a lot of green. It is what it is. Oh well. I think it looks okay, I guess. Try and fix this leaf a little bit. Okay. So we'll let this dry and I'll add some more to it. Shelly says, I got distracted. My tulips are still yellow, but now they have a nice colored pencil outline. If you are looking for a good sharpener, I use the Carl Angel 5. It gives a nice sharp point. Yeah, thanks for the recommendation. All I have are like really cheap pencil sharpeners, like the little tiny pencil sharpeners that come in a pack of like 4 or 5. I don't have like a really nice pencil sharpener. I'll have to like get one. All right, as we wait for this to dry, I'm gonna move back into this leaf here. And I'm gonna mix another type of green. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I changed my mind. I'm just gonna take serpentine green from the pan, add water to it. And then if I feel like my green could be a little bit darker in the shadows, then I will add a third layer to the leaves. So I'm gonna go into this leaf. Okay. And I'm gonna take my size 4 round brush with just water and I'm gonna blend. And I'm gonna add this darker green on one side of the leaf to really help me give it more dimension, and then blend. Okay, I'm just adding more of this green to my palette with some water. Liz says, wow, the tulips look so lovely. A little beautiful artwork in this crazy world is so needed. Happy Friday. Exactly. What a great way to spend our Friday, guys. Painting together, painting beautiful tulips. Shelly says, I tried quite a few handheld sharpeners and after a lot of research decided to give Carl a try. The points are long and tapered. Great to add detail. You know what? I'm gonna write that down. Okay. Let me find a piece of paper. Carl Angel 5. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to add this dark green, like right here, right underneath this tulip, and then kind of blend this way. And then I'm going to add this dark green like right here. I don't want to add too much because I want this petal back here to be darker. So, yeah. And then maybe I'll drop in a little bit more at the top. Okay, and let me get more of this green. And now this leaf needs work, so it looks like it kind of overlaps. I'm looking at my outline here, like this. And then I'm going to blend this down. . 'Cause I want this part of the leaf to be lighter, so I'm going to add this green, this darker green at the top here. And then blend. And I'm going to add some right here. And I'm going to kind of paint where the white is too, to make that kind of like a lighter green, so it's not like white anymore. Okay, and I want this leaf to kind of be light, the lightest maybe. So I'm going to add some more dark green like right here to really help make this front leaf pop. And then I don't want this leaf to just be one shade of green, so I'm going to add some of this dark green in the middle like this. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my blending brush and kind of just blend this on both sides like that. Okay. I'm going to take some more serpentine green, put it on my palette with some water. All right, and then we have this mess that I messed up. Trying to think here. Okay. This leaf, I think I want this leaf to be really dark right here because this one kind of overlaps. Okay, I'm going to take my blending brush. Then I'm going to add some of this dark green like up here. And then blend. And then I'm gonna add some like along the edge here to really help make it pop off of the page. Then I'll add some green throughout the leaf a little bit too. Give it some more dimension. Okay. Taking this green again. We're almost done, guys. And now I'm going to add it back here. And I might have to even make this green even darker with another layer. Okay. Okay. My stomach keeps growling. I'm I'm so hungry. Dynamic says, what kind of paper are you using? I'm using cold press paper from Arches. Okay. Right, yeah, I'm basically done. Basically done. I'm gonna add some green right here. Okay. I might add a touch of yellow to the leaves now, like a kind of like a glaze. I'm gonna take this yellow here, the Hansa Yellow Medium from Daniel Smith. I'm just gonna put it on my palette right here just because I have an empty spot that's clean. I'm gonna add a lot of water. I might mix a tiny bit of my green in it. I'm just gonna kind of, actually I'm gonna mix more yellow. This yellow will just help give more dimension to your leaves. I accidentally painted some yellow right here. So I'm gonna kind of fade that out. It's fine, it's okay. Add some yellow up here. And then into this back leaf. Okay. Dynamic says you can add effects with salt before the colors dry up. Yeah, I don't really use salt too much with my art, but yeah, that would be fun. Okay. I feel like I could add more to the tulips, but I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe later on when I'm not so hungry and tired, I will add just a little bit more detail, but I'm pretty happy with them. What do you guys think? Yeah, okay, let me unplug my phone. Okay. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful and fun. Thank you everyone for chatting with me and just hanging out with me. Let me turn my camera around. Okay, yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial. If you don't know, if you're new here, I go live every single Friday morning at 10 a.m. EST for a live watercolor tutorial. I don't really know what we're going to paint next Friday. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever you guys want. So let me know what you guys want to paint. Maybe like a different kind of flower? Spring flower? I'm thinking of spring a lot right now. I'm just tired of winter. Hi Shelly, thank you. She says she thinks my paintbrush is a magical wand. Thank you. Joy says, have a great weekend. You too. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Take care. You too, Allison. Kizzy. She says, just on time to see the end result. Beautiful. Wish you a wonderful weekend. Hannah says, let's paint a mouse. That's a good idea. Thank you, Sarah. Oh yeah, Allison, that's, oh my gosh, an iris. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. Okay, I better go. I'm like very low on energy right now. Okay, bye guys. Don't forget, if you finish your tulips to when you post them on Instagram, use the hashtag AllisonLionArts, and you may be featured in next Friday's live tutorial. So yeah, okay. And don't forget, Nature with Watercolor monthly membership closes tonight. So if you do want to learn more about it, the link is below in the description. And I also have 2 free watercolor challenges that come with live watercolor tutorials just like this, a butterfly challenge and a bird challenge. And those are also linked below. All right, bye guys. Take care. Appreciate you all. See you on Tuesday with a new YouTube video. And I'm starting a new series. It's Watercolor for Beginners series, and that starts on Tuesday. So I'll see you then. Bye.